You run the risk of having gimme pigs coming in and saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I'm an independent knitwear designer who also likes to make videos here on my YouTube channel, Watch Barbara Knit. If you'd like to know more about my knitwear design, please check in the description below, and there you'll get a link to my Ravelry designer page where you can look at all the things I have available and maybe get a pattern of mine to knit up for yourself. Also in the description below, you will find a link to the Watch Barbara Knit's Facebook group. I'd love to have you come over and join us so that we can continue the conversation that we have started here. It is April. It just started, but it is already crazy, and I decided to make a first of the month vlog. I didn't really get a vlog last month, and things are still a little unsettled around here. At the end of the video, I'm going to actually take my iPhone downstairs and let you guys have a look at what my basement looks like right now. But as you can see, I am still in my bedroom and probably will be until we move to Florida in June. So we're going to have some interesting scenery changes. I have a list of things that I wanted to talk to you about. First, I want to show you, see, I've got a new planner. I love my Hobo, but I wasn't using, like, it had a lot of empty pages because it's a dated calendar. So I got this, which is called the Panda Planner, and it's undated. So if I skip a day, see, so you write in your own date, and if I skip a day, then I don't have a blank page. And those blank pages, they just kind of taunted me. I don't like blank pages, and I really try to take weekends, take them off from like scheduling. So I always had at least 2 blank pages, but I'm pretty excited. We'll see how this one works out. I started it at the beginning of April, but I'm writing things down in it, and hopefully it is going to help me get a little bit more organized. But I have a section in here where I have my projects, and it tells me what I brainstormed, what I wanted to talk about in the vlog. And the first thing I have down that I want to talk about is my poof. Okay, I don't have a sample to show you, but I have a few pictures that I will run through. This is one of these secret projects that I teased you guys about probably in September or October of last year, and I knit it up and shipped it out to Craftsy. And actually, this is one of my favorite pictures. So this is me driving it to the UPS store so I could ship it to Craftsy. I just thought it looked absolutely ridiculous in my car. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It is the first time I ever really designed anything like this. It is a giant poof. It's like an ottoman or whatever you want to call it, a footstool. I called it the dewberry hassock, because I thought the little motifs that I chose looked like some sort of flower, and I just looked to see what kind of fun thing, you know, lots of Googling. And a hassock is another word for footstool, which is another word for ottoman, but it's just, you know, trying to find stuff. Now, it was a lot of fun to make and a little bit of a challenge, but the color work on it is mosaic. So it's slip stitch. You're just only ever working with one color at a time. I usually say one strand of yarn at a time, but this piece is actually knit in worsted weight yarn, and you hold it double, so you're knitting it on 10s. So it's a fairly dense fabric, because that's what you want with, I mean, it's essentially a piece of furniture or an accessory or a pillow, you know, those kind of things. So you choose one neutral color, and in this one I have the linen, and you hold that double and you knit everything here that you see that's in the light color, and then you bring in, for that wrap panel, you're going to bring in another. And what we did is we actually used a solid color that is the same yarn as the white color was, but then also we introduced a variegated, it was a color change yarn that has fairly long color changes in it, and it gave this really interesting effect. So you have to pick out at least 3 colors, and if you wanted to do it just solid and solid, you could only have 2 colors. But you really needed that solid with the variegated so that there was some consistency. So it's a complementary. So the one I used, the solid color color in the color work was a green, and then the variegated yarn, the long color change yarn, went through a bunch of colors, but that green matched with all of them, and then there at one point is a green. Now, this pattern has been available in kit form, so if you want to make exactly this using the yarn that I picked out, I will put a link in the description below and you can get that from Craftsy. But the reason why I'm talking about it today is they had a 3 months exclusivity for their kit, which went up at the end of March. So now it is available on Ravelry. So if you have your own yarn in mind for this, or if you have your own ideas and just want the pattern is now available on Ravelry, and I will put a link in the description below to that. So if you've ever thought about making one of these poofy things, I gotta tell you, it was a lot of fun. Now, the way it's designed is you cast on at the middle and you work out, and then you do a straight panel with the mosaic, and then you bring it back down, and about halfway through the closing and decreasing, you got to stuff it. And that means then you have to finish knitting with it stuffed. And I will tell you that is a bit awkward and slightly annoying, but it was worth it. I actually ended up sitting on my bed, like with it in my legs and holding it together and knitting it, but it worked and it kept it in. I stuffed it with fiberfill because I had to ship it to Colorado and I wanted something that was mildly lightweight, but you can stuff it however you want. If this one, it's more decorative with the fiberfill. If you sit on it, it's gonna squish flat. Fiberfill is more if you want a footrest, or if you want something that's more pillow-like that you can lean against and that's soft and squishy. You can get up into, when I was looking at things, I was at Joann's and I saw shredded furniture foam. I mean, you could get furniture foam and cut it to size and then maybe use fiberfill to stuff it and round it, because the furniture foam is going to have straight edges. Or you can get the shredded, or people stuff it with comforters or old t-shirts. I mean, you stuff it as firm as you want to. Do know that it will stretch, and there will be finagling, but it's a lot of fun and it's a cool piece. So that is the Dewberry Hassock that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Go on over to Ravelry, and even if you don't think you're gonna knit it, you know, click the heart button, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, take a look at it, share it, share it on your Facebook page. Say, oh my God, people, can you believe if I made this? But I don't know. You run the risk of having gimme pigs coming in and saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. So I don't know about that. That was the poof. What else is on my list? Going to Colorado. Next week, I'm going to try to get a video done, so it'll go up next week on Thursday, but I might have to try to experiment with, I know YouTube has a way that you can like upload directly. It won't be as fancy and I won't be able to edit it, but I might be able to say hi, because I am leaving on Wednesday to go to Colorado to go to the Interweave Yarn Fest and teach. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but also very excited. I've gotten some feedback that some of y'all are going to attend. And if you watch these videos, please let me know if you're there, because, you know, I have threatened, I do hug, but I ask permission first because bodily autonomy. And but it gets me all excited when I actually meet someone, especially if you're a commenter and you can say, hey, my name in the comments is this, and then I can actually connect people's faces. You guys get to see my faces, but I only hear your voices in typey type form. So it can be a lot of fun to put names to tags. It was great when I was in Wisconsin and some people came and said hi. It's exciting and it makes it feel more real, because otherwise I'm just in here talking to my computer. So if you're going to be in Colorado, come say hi, even if you're not taking one of my classes. And by Colorado, I mean at Yarn Fest, not just like in the state, because if you're just in the state of Colorado, I don't expect you to come find me. That was ludicrous, Barbara. And if you have a little extra time next week and you were wondering what you do, you could come to Yarn Fest. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out. They have all the classes, but they also have a market, and I'm super excited about this. Winner chicken dinner. So I just received the email confirmation that my April knit crate has shipped. So I'll be having a package when I get back from Colorado. I'll probably have that opening as quickly as I can get it done. Might even do it on a Tuesday. But I wanted to, from last month, I want to remind you this beautiful, beautiful, ooh, Uru yarn, blueberry with sparkles in it. And I thank everyone who entered into the drawing. And I used the Rafflecopter and told it to pick. And the winner is Gayla, G-A-Y-L-A. I will be emailing you directly, but that is who the winner is, and I will get this shipped out to you. Remember, the theme was sugar, do, 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 do. But it's super fun. I will just take this back out. As you can see, I haven't knit it. It was very hard not to knit it. Thank you guys, and look forward to the next Knit Crate unboxing where I'll open it up and then we'll have another Rafflecopter giveaway so you have a chance. And if you just want to open up your own presents, I'll put a link in the description below to the Knit Crate stuff in case you are interested in that and getting a surprise in the mail. I have a little thing that says tease something. So, have any of y'all ever done a mystery knit along? Because I have. When I come back from Colorado, there is going to be a very fun announcement, and I may or may not be planning a mystery knit along. If you don't know what a mystery knit along is, and this will be my very first one, if I am in fact doing one, and what it is I would put it up on Ravelry, and usually it's at a discounted rate because you don't know what it's going to be. It might be a shawl, but you don't know what it's going to look like. And I'll give some information and you sign up. And so you don't know what the pattern is going to look like. I will, in my group, help you pick out yarn for it if it needs to be picked out. And then what happens is there's a time allotted that this is just our getting ready time. So anyone who might be knitting it can get their yarn, and then it will be released over, it'll be a knit along. But what happens is you'll get clue 1, clue 2, clue 3, etc., etc., etc. You'll get clues as you go along. Possibly, if one were to do this, a total of 4 clues, not including the setup, and each section will be a surprise that people will be knitting together if, you know, one were to do a mystery knit along. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, look for another video on it very soon after I get back from Colorado, and we'll be clicking into that. Let's see. Oh, I happen to be browsing Ravelry. I know you are totally shocked that I would be spending time on Ravelry, but it was a little while ago and I happened to notice, I'm like, oh, that is super cool. And they were several beautiful pieces, and then I looked at them and found out they were in a book that was coming out in the very near future. And then I looked and it was the same publisher who published my book. And so I was like, let's get on, and I emailed someone and said, is it possible I could get a copy of this book to review on my YouTube channel? And they were like, sure. So that was a big plus. And it was just came out April 1st, but I am so excited, and you can look forward to a video reviewing this. Look. Knitted tanks and tunics. Considering I'm fixing to move to Florida, I am so excited about this. And I've already looked through it, and it was really funny because each one I'm like, oh, that'll be the first one. Oh, no, that'll be the first. Every one, I was like, that'll be the first one I knit. And I just kept on going, that'll be the first one I knit. It's full of beautiful stuff, but we will go through it here. I will give you, so it's got this great, so it's got this great thing where it's got pictures that you can look at. Looking forward to just having a book look. I don't know if you've seen, I have some other book looks, I might link to them, where I just go through the book and show you pictures of what's in there and talk about, you know, what I may or may not be knitting. And I honestly think that this might be, I might actually be knitting a garment or two out of this. I'm really excited because I also reviewed a book called Warm Days, Cool Knits or something like that. It was wonderful. I love these books, especially being from Atlanta and being from the South, that give you things to knit and wear in the warm months. So, Knitted Tanks and Tunics, Angela Hahn, the 21 patterns, and she's an overachiever. Look forward to that. We will be reviewing that. And finally, I'm going to let you have a brief moment of a tour of what my basement looks like. If you watched the previous video, this is where the pinball machine was. This is now where there's just a whole bunch of stuff that needs to get put away. But as you can see, we have a fabulous flooring choice now. There is, when I had a chicken coop, that was the sign for it. But as you can see, ever so festive. Oops, I forgot to turn on the light. You know, shed some light on this. Hey, look, isn't that a fabulous place for a water heater? I'm gonna say no. And then, if you remember what my office looked like, this is what it looks like now. No floor. No nothing. Hey, look, there's a door. Oh, there's another door. And there's another door. But the piece de resistance is the bathroom. The bathroom, this is where the water heater was. It is there no longer, because apparently it's not code anymore. We don't even have a ceiling. That was my finger. I was trying to focus. But yeah, no ceiling, no walls. We have a bathtub. Anybody want to come take a bath? And yeah, so that is what things look like. If you're wondering where the pinball machine went, it's back here in bubble wrap. So, it's a giant mess. I might, if you guys are interested, as it starts reconstruction, give you guys some updates. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, click that like button. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload a new video, please subscribe to my channel and select notifications. Thank you so much.